The Warriors just got a massive win in the absence of Steph Curry against the Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks, but they also got some unfortunate news about the status of Steph Curry and where he's at this point in the NBA season. But before we get into all that, we are almost at our next milestone of 78,500 subscribers right here at Warriors Today by Chat Sports. So if you're a diehard Dubs fan, you'll love what we got going on here at the channel. Daily news and rumors videos, injury updates. We go live for every Warriors game to watch along. So lock us in, subscribe, and join the biggest Warriors community on YouTube. So we'll start with the bad, or rather unfortunate news here for Golden State, and it's that Steph Curry is feeling the weight that he has to carry for this team. He's tired, to quote Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr sat Steph against the Milwaukee Bucks on Tuesday night because he's just exhausted. He is fatigued. He cited back soreness. Yeah, because he's carrying the entire roster on his back. Here's more from Kerr. He said, he's tired. Steph's been carrying us for a month. He's been amazing. He's tired. So we've got to get him some help and some rest. You can see it. He just doesn't have his energy right now. And, this is unfortunate because if Steph can't play and he's tired and he's not playing at 100%, can't give 100% effort, this team could falter, especially when he's on the floor. I know Golden State got a win last night over Milwaukee with him not playing at all, but that's when they knew they had to turn things up to 1,000. They had to give 110% effort on every single play because, shot creation is difficult without Steph on the floor. This team goes as number 30 goes. And if he's able to carry them all the way into the postseason, he's got to be able to play long stretches. There's going to be long series ahead and, opportunities where Golden State is going to need to generate shots on their own, even though Steph is in the lineup. He is the anchor of this team. This team cannot have a championship ceiling without Steph. A win in the regular season over Milwaukee is great, even if it's in late March. But postseason, this team goes as Steph goes. Anthony Slater with the official injury designation for Steph before the game. He said his back has been bothering him recently. Yeah, because Steph has been carrying everything for this Golden State team. In the month of February, he was at his highest usage of the entire season so far. And he put up the numbers to show it, man. He averaged 31 a game in the month of February. 11 games played. He was averaging the most minutes of his season, second most minutes of the season so far by a month of 33.1, and still dropping 5.5 dimes. He put up the most field goals that he had in a month all season. Keep in mind, he played 13 games in January, only 11 in February. He still had the most field goals of the season so far in that month. Highest usage rate of the entire NBA season for Steph as well, 34.2 in the month of February. And, he had to get up a super high volume of shots, so the volume and the efficiency was going to suffer because of it. And as we get into the month of March and as we see what Steph was able to do and how kind of tired he was getting, you could kind of tell that over these last couple of games, he has been feeling it. You see, over the last 5 games, he's shooting 37% from the field. In that game against Denver, you could see he was tired. He was fatigued. A couple of games ago against Sacramento, luckily he didn't have to play that much, but he wasn't great. He wasn't great against New York either, to be quite honest, even though they did come out with that win. There are some rough performances out there in the month of March for Steph right now because he has been shouldering so much weight for so many months already. Unfortunately, this team cannot win without Steph playing at an elite level, and I think it was okay to get him a little bit of rest tonight. And they were due to drop a game at one point to the Denver Nuggets. Luckily, they nullified it the next following night against Milwaukee. But they were due to drop one at one point. It's just unfortunate that, it had to happen there against a team in Denver who didn't have any of their best players playing in the basketball game. No Jokic, no Murray, no Christian Brown either. So this team goes as Steph goes. You got to give him the rest when he needed. You can't ask him at 37 years old to play 82 games in a season. So it's okay. It's okay. We can deal with it. Luckily, they got the win without him tonight, and he will help us on Thursday and into the rest of this regular season to hopefully secure a spot not in the play-in tournament, and they will be all good. But my question to you is this. With Steph at 37 and him having to rest and him getting fatigued and him carrying a lot on his back right now, can he lead this team to another title? Let me know in the comments section right now. Type Y for yes, type N for no on whether or not you think Steph, at his current age and his current level of play, is able to lead Golden State back to championship glory. He's 37. I want to believe that he can. I want to believe that he can, because Golden State's not going to win a championship for the next couple of years if it's not on the heels of a Stephen Curry dominant postseason run. At the end of the day, that's just a fact of the matter. I want to believe he can. He has shown me time and time again this season that he can still go for monster outings. Maybe he just needed some rest. Maybe that's all he needed, and he'll be ready to go in this Toronto game. He'll be ready to go for the rest of the regular season. When Golden State goes on their road trip and the month and the calendar turns to April, they're going to need him to have massive, massive games because they're playing some of the best teams in the NBA. We'll talk about one of the other teams they played in the NBA, the Milwaukee Bucks, where they got an awesome, awesome win in just a moment. But first, I got to give a major shout out to today's sponsor, and that is Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports platform because it's daily fantasy made easy. Here's how it works. All you guys got to do is pick a lineup of 2 to 6 player stat projections and just pick more or less than those stat projections. Pick a sport. Combine sports if you want to. Basketball, hockey, darts, bowling, golf, esports, does not matter. Pick a lineup and just watch the winnings roll in while you watch your favorite sports. You can win up to 1,000 times your money on Prize Picks. And they're always trying to hook you guys up with incredible deals to make it easier for you guys to win on Prize Picks. Like a free $50 in your account when you sign up using our promo code CLNS and place your first $5 entry. If you want an example of how an entry looks, yes, it did not win in the Milwaukee game last night, but I did hit in the Denver game 2 nights ago, so there's that. You can tell my picks or fade my picks. I had Jimmy Butler more than 21. He carried in that second half. Gary Payton, unfortunately, was the one that didn't make this one go all the way. He had less than 12.5 points of rebounds. And then R.J. Davis for UNC in March Madness, yeah, he went for more than 16 points. They killed San Diego State. So like I said, tail my picks, fade my picks. Make sure you go and do it at Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use the promo code CLNS for $50 instantly when you place your first $5 entry. You don't even need to win to receive the $50. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. Run your game. All that information will be clickable down in the comment section and description of today's video. What a win. Contributions from everywhere. What a fourth quarter they had. 2 different quarters where the Warriors held the Bucks to 17 points. An unbelievable defensive effort on Giannis Antetokounmpo. Draymond Green, clap it up for him. Held Giannis to 0 of 6 shooting when he was guarding the Greek Freak. Are you kidding me? Forced him into jump shots. He's missing shots at the free throw line. He had 15 attempts there, and Golden State wins this game by 11. They held Lillard in check. It was an awesome, awesome effort and a complete 180 from what we saw 2 nights ago against the Denver Nuggets, where they came out absolutely flat. They had nothing going for them. And tonight, without Steph, they realized that a lot of guys had to step up. Golden State was solid tonight, man. They didn't shoot extraordinarily well, but they defended the heck out of the basketball on the other end. Held Milwaukee to only 19 assists. That's nothing. Golden State had 25 on 32 made baskets. I'll take that every single time. If you're getting like 75%, 80% of your baskets assisted on, you're playing a great brand of basketball. And they hit 17 threes. Oh my goodness. Listen, it wasn't at the highest clip, but they were good, man. And they had faltered there in that third quarter. They turned the ball over 10 times in 12 minutes. It was looking bleak for Golden State. Milwaukee came all the way back. They took the lead. They took the lead by multiple possessions. But Golden State was able to stay the course. And you know what? They relied on our guy, JP, Jimmy Butler, to carry us in the absence of Steph Curry. What a performance by Jimmy. Hitting jump shots, getting in the passing lanes, making the right plays on defense, making the hustle plays. 24, 8, and 10 dimes. Are you shitting me? Are you kidding? He, at the end of the third quarter, had an awesome draw foul from beyond the arc. It ended up not counting it as a 3, but Jimmy was awesome tonight. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And he hasn't been this attacking scorer since he's come to Golden State. But guess what? When you're missing number 30 out there, you got to go and take it. They're going to be paying you $55, $60 million a year for a reason. For your ability to go out there and snatch W's away from some of the best teams in the NBA. Jimmy was absolutely awesome. Got to talk next about Draymond, though. Look at this stat line. And you get some box score watchers, casuals, will be like, oh, he didn't do enough offensively. Yeah, well, he had the toughest defensive assignment, maybe in the NBA, guarding the biggest freight train in the NBA, Giannis Antetokounmpo, held him to 0 of 6. Held him to 0 of 6. Great defense at the rim. He was making effort plays. He knew that he had to give 110% effort tonight in the absence of Steph. Clap it up for Draymond Green. The best 1-for-6 game I've ever seen in my entire life from a player. Not going to lie. He was absolutely fantastic. And guess who else was awesome? in a return game. Wow. Brandon Pajemski, 2 absolutely onions threes down the stretch of the fourth quarter. He was fantastic, making triples, 6 of 10 from the field. What a return. When this guy comes back from injury, he's legit one of the best players on this team. And he comes back firing from long range. 4 or 7 on the night. If you can give me that all the time, Brandon Pajemski, you're going to be one of my favorite players in the NBA. And you didn't turn the ball over. You made a lot of the right plays. It was good stuff all around. A couple of players who I didn't love the effort of on Golden State. Kuminga. And by the way, Jimmy Butler, 11 of 11 for the free throw line tonight. Golden State as a whole, let me check this, was very good. A much different night tonight from the stripe for Golden State. They went 15 of 17 2 nights ago against Denver. And then tonight, they end up going 23 of 26. I literally said that's all they had to do last night, and they would have beat the Nuggets. Damn. Kuminga, though, he was solid from the free throw line. You see he went 2 for 10. He still had 10 points. I believe he was 8 for 8 from the stripe. So very, very solid effort there from JK. But definitely was clogging the offense up and making it stagnant a little bit tonight. I didn't love his effort on that end. It's going to take a little bit longer to reintegrate him back into this lineup. It wasn't great in the Nuggets game. Was not great tonight. And some of the defensive IQ lapses weren't great on Kuminga either, but it's going to take time. I'm still not ready if I want to pay him $30 million this season, though. Moses Moody, awesome defensively. Didn't fill it up on the offensive end, but he was great defensively. Who wasn't great defensively? Quentin Post. He was really bad, actually. On the defensive end, of course. He had 14 tonight. He was raining. 4 from 9 from 3. I cannot complain when Quentin Post goes 4 from 9 from 3. But when he had the ball in his hands, he was turning it over. Off of the ball, he cut one time, and Pajemski threw it out of bounds. It was on Post. And then he committed like 5 fouls in this game as well. Not great defensively. Milwaukee and Dame and Giannis, 2 guys who get to the free throw line a ton, know how to foul bait. They were getting them, up close and personal and drawing the contact, throwing up shots while he was defending them closely. It's rookie stuff. Like, he's just got to come to know that certain players are going to play like that around him, and he's got to be better and more disciplined defensively. That's it. He was awesome on the offensive end in the catch-and-shoot game. We don't need him handling the ball a ton. Like leave it out of his hands. Be a guy who's available on the pick and pop, and just do your thing on the interior of the defense as well. GP2, awesome stuff tonight. 8 points, no boards, but hey, he's making the plays defensively. He had the assignment on Lillard. Love what I saw from GP2. He continues to dazzle Warriors fans every single night. And last but not least, everybody give a round of applause to Buddy Hield. Okay, buddy. He started 4 for 4 from long range, man. He started 5 for 5 from the field overall. He was fantastic tonight. He was hitting shots when they mattered. He's doing the things that he needs to do. 6 boards as well. Shout out to you, buddy, for crashing the glass. Golden State out-rebounded the Bucks by a ton tonight. It was a great performance from him. And I'm excited to see if he can, capitalize on these performances and become more of a consistent shooter. We know how the Buddy Hield cycle goes. Loved what I saw tonight, but I'm going to be cautiously optimistic about what we're going to see moving forward. What was your number 1 takeaway from the Warriors-Bucks game? Let me know down in the comments section. I want to hear from Dub Nation. In the absence of Steph, when everybody stepped up, what was your number 1 takeaway from the Warriors' win over the Milwaukee Bucks? Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. The Warriors' next game is on Thursday against the Toronto Raptors. Hopefully Steph's back for that, not resting anymore. And Golden State can go out there and get another win. 13 games left in the NBA season. Got to go 10-3 to get to 50 wins and probably avoid the play-in tournament. So lock us in for the rest of this ride. Subscribe to the channel. We're live for basically every Warriors game here on YouTube. Watching along. If you're a diehard Dubs fan, you'll love what we got going on here on the channel. So hit that sub button. We'll see you guys in the next one. And as always, let's go Dubs.